So she did prayer for me. I told her, Mama, it's okay. So the following week, I mean, prior to that, some of the governor's people had come to Atlanta. I had met the Akpabio's assistant. So what I did was, okay. The following day, I called one of them. I said, look, okay, please go to my mom. I had given her money the previous, so I said, okay, go and give my mom another 50,000. You know how Nigerians do things. They go with siren, like for security. This is special assistant, not the governor. So they get to the village. My mom's like, she thought something had happened. I said, no, no, no. Your son is my best friend. He's like, I don't know you. No, we met him in the US last week. He's a rich man. So in short, by them just showing up, then they are telling my mom, no, 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 no. Anything you want, we'll give it to you now. No, your son is, this is our son. All of a sudden, I've become a Kwaibo's son. I grew up in Lagos. So that is the first story of shea butter. So the next one we need to do into, I'm trying to encourage everybody to look back into Nigeria. We are all here. We have forgotten how we got here. From the beginning, if you go back to time, if you go to elementary school, when you finish elementary, you are going to go to high school in that same state, let's say Ibadan or Lagos. You are going to go to high school there. You are going to go to college there. You are going to get a job there. Then when you finish college, you go abroad, then you are starting all over. You know, there's something they call Tonwalo Shokoto, Walakpo Shokoto. We are going abroad to look for stuff that is right there in your area. I am part of that problem too. I've been here 33 years. I didn't discover shea butter till about 10 years ago. If we had started shea butter a long time ago, I don't know where I'll be today. Because back in those days, when I was 19, 20, I finished high school, I couldn't get into university there. I wasn't that smart. So the only place that gave me admission was Italy, so I went to school in Italy. So I used to go to school Monday through Friday. And when we had one day off, I would go and buy shoes. Saturday, I would fly to Nigeria. Sunday, I fly back. So on Sunday, some Sundays we'll go to the Hausa boys. You know, some of us Southerners, we were the fancy, high-flying boys. But all the people from the north were selling commodities. Even the same Dangote, I remember one day he came, the first time he brought his Mercedes, I think 450, everybody went outside to look at the car. Dan Tata's cousin, we all used to hang there. Everybody was selling things that were not popular. I was the only one selling shoes. The other guys in Lagos too were selling clothes from Italy, from London. These people were selling peanut, groundnut. Today, they are all in the $200 million range. They are all still in Nigeria. They have not left Nigeria. All of us that left, we are trying to find our way back. The reason being, first, we have no mentors. These people had people to look up to. Dan Tata family were doing local stuff. They didn't care about Europe. Everything they did was in Africa. That's why Aliko today, he has nothing in Europe. Everything he has is in Africa, Nigeria. We all left and we forgot why and what we are doing here. So going back to what I'm trying to encourage, agriculture, we have it in abundance in Nigeria. We have everything you can ever think of, from cashew nut, peanut, coconut oil, shea butter. We have everything. Nigeria is a blessed country, but we don't appreciate what we have. That's what they say, you don't know what you have it until you lose it. You don't know what you have. We have played with what we have. We are not paying attention. Americans are buying natural products. Everybody wants everything natural. We want Lux, Nku cream, bleaching cream. Bleaching cream is banned in America now, but in Nigeria, that's the highest selling. So what I tell people is, Whatever your trade is, even if you are a car salesman, you are a professional, to go into agriculture is the cheapest thing in the book. For $25,000, you are in business. And what they call pay your dues. If you're a car salesman, you've been selling cars for 10 years, some 22-year-old boy can come in tomorrow, go to the same auction, which is open to everybody if you get a license. You are used to making $2,000 per car. This young boy wants to make 200. He's going to undersell you, give you a run for your money. What is your 10 years in the car business done for you? If you are doing commodities, I've been in shea butter 10 years. I have a control, almost a lockdown on shea butter. You will not go to any, maybe 5 stores in the entire US that don't have something from my company. I do shea butter and black soap. So when I'm talking shea butter now, I'm talking at 100, 150 ton a month. That's 10 containers a month, which is, I get a container every 3 days. So even when I'm talking to Nigeria now, I've met so many governors. Come and meet me at the conference? No. You will come to my office. My little office, come there, I'll take a picture of my office to show you came here. Go and lie in Nigeria that I did not meet you in a conference. I don't do that photo op. So in short, you get your dues as you stay in the industry. And I tell people, some people go and open a grocery store. What are you doing with a grocery store? You can't afford to compete with the big stores. You open a grocery store, to do a little store like this will cost you 100,000 or 50, you start to struggle. As against your 25,000, take one item, not two. One item, an average container, $25,000. You are in business. Deal with that one item. Instead of fighting the farmer's market, go and supply them. That's what I did. When I came into shea butter, I came into shea butter by accident. First, I used to do African clothes. Okay, when I came to African clothes, I was going to do some stores, go back to Nigeria. After some time, I used to bring volume. I bring it by half a container. We will give to people to go to different shows, different cities, sell on credit, bring my money back. After some time, I don't have more happened 1 year. About 12 people were owing me money. 70,000, that was about 20 years ago. That's a lot of money. So I spent like almost 800 a month. You know, those days we used to pay phone by the minute. You're spending so much money calling people. I talked to my attorney, was like, look, if you don't call them, you will save 700 a month. So what I did was the following day, I woke up, I took the receipt, ripped it apart, trashed it. I don't remember anybody's name, so when I go to show, I said, no, don't hide. I've forgiven everybody, so I can move on. That was retail. Retail is another poor joint because anybody can take your clothes to China, duplicate it, sell it cheaper. We went to a conference. One day, Nigerian conference came. Some people have made clothes from Nigeria. Somebody came with a bag. He's doing good in Nigeria. So I asked him, how much is this bag? He said he wants $40. I said, $40 for what? This bag says he sells in Nigeria. I said, no, you are here. He said, no, $40, wholesale, $25. He asked me, what do you think? I said, try $2. He said, what do you mean $2? I said, no, I'm not insulting you. This bag you are seeing here, it was a small bag this size. I'm like, the fabric that goes in here is 10% of 1 yard, which is 10 cents. The rims, or the little ribbons you put there, they're like 3 cents. A machine will run it for another 5 cents. China will finish it for 17 cents. It will come to America for 25 cents. They will put it retail $1. He looked at me like, I said, yes. Is this not machine made? Yes. So what I'm saying again is, anything machine made, China will put you out of business. Anything machine made. Okay, I'm in Walmart. Let's say this pen. Now, if I go to any Walmart, if I say this pen for $2 in Walmart, if I go to China, if I can bring it for 10 cents, or even $1.50, I will go to one of the managers, look, This pen you're selling for $2, I can deliver to Walmart for 95 cents. That person is out. They will take, that's why Walmart is so competitive. It's not like the people pushing price down. You will push yourself down to a bare minimum. But if it's a natural product, you are selling your brand. They cannot, you can compete with me, but you can't put me out. You cannot go to Walmart now, okay, I have shea butter, it's cheap. Okay, it's cheaper. But people want this brand. Some Korean distributors, we have competition now, big. Koreans are doing shea butter now. They're all over Ghana. So these people have gone there with a cheaper line of shea butter, which is okay. The first time it happened, I lowered my price to compete. That year, out of my profit, I think I gave back almost 1 million. Because instead of $3.50 each, the competition came in at $2.20. I said, okay, go ahead, sell it for $2. I'll give it for $2. $2. I'm doing like 1 million a month. You lose, you have lost 35%. So I'm giving my 35%. It took me 2 years to. So then I went one day to a store. I found out I gave them a discount, but it did not apply to the customers. They were still selling it for $4.97. So I called one of the distributors. I said, wait, I gave you a discount. He said, no, you're a brand name. We don't need to mark you down. When people ask for your product, we have to send them your product. Then it took me another year to tell everybody my price has gone up. Because you cannot just go up and tell them my price is up now. It took me another year. Okay, you got to send them a letter. Okay, my price is going up 90-day notice. Then they'll call, oh, I didn't see it. Give me another 90 days. Oh, then we need to do a promotion to let people know. All these things, they never dropped my price, which means I had a brand. I didn't even know. I wasn't, sometimes we do stuff, we don't give each other credit. I didn't even know I was a brand. I'm like, so I'm a brand? So now I found out that some people ordered, when they order RA whatever, you send them the other brand, which is the same thing. The customer can choose to return it. You are going to take the loss. And Koreans don't want to lose a dime. They control the beauty industry. They do not want to lose 1 red cent. There was another Nigerian that came to my office about 4 years ago. He was doing shampoo and hair conditioner and locking gel or something. So he came. He was asking me, how do I get into this beauty? So I said, well, why don't you make it? I can take it there and we share profit. This will take anything I bring. He said, okay. A month after, I didn't hear from him. Normally, if we discuss like that, if you don't come back, I'm not going to call you. That means, and I don't want to bother you, and I don't want you to hide from me. So the following month, he went to one of the biggest distributors and told him he had things to sell. The man told him, why don't you go? You see, there's another African, Mr. Itafia. See, he has a unique product. Go and see something like he's doing. This you are doing, everybody's doing it. So he came back to me with the week. I said, oh, this is what Ginny told me. I said, really? Okay. All right, that's good. 4 months after, he's out of business. So his manufacturer came to me, can we make for you? The same thing I was trying to buy from this boy, I started making my own. That's how I have a hair grow now, locking gel and pomade. So I buy it in drum, package it, went back to the same person, he gave me an order. So now I have about 45 products. So that's how I got into those things. But my main line was shea butter. So when you do the shea, my main line is sales. When you have one item or two that sells, the next time you come in, you can add 3 more. The first one sold, the second one sold. They will ask you every time, do you have anything new? Do you have anything new? Before, shea butter used to be in the flea market. So I had gone to the arts festival one day. From selling fabric, after I left fabric, there was arts festival. You go there. So I just going around to see. So I found one of the guys that used to sell me fabric. So I saw sideways. I said, oh, let me sit and say hi. Okay, it was a lot of women. I'm young. So we just hang there, talk to women. So everybody's coming around and looking at this thing, shea butter. This little cup, this boy is asking for $10, and people will come down and say, "Can I give you?" They say, "No, no, 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 10." The people will go and say, "Why don't you say?" I say, "No, no, they will come back." And these people went. After 2 hours, they will come back and give him the $10. So I decided, okay, look, let me stay the whole day and see the whole program. So I sat with Saibu all day. Everybody paid $10. So at the end, I said, "How much does it cost you?" 37 cents in Ghana, £1. And you are selling for $10? I said, okay, the show is has another day, Sunday. The next, I said, okay, I'm coming back Sunday. He said, oh, okay. He was happy. He had free labor, free help. I was helping him for free. He was happy. So I came back and started with him Sunday. So I have to see this thing from start. The same thing happened all Sunday. That's when I decided, no, this shea butter, I think I can sell it. So I have a partner. She owns one of the biggest retail stores in Atlanta. So I went to her, I told her, well, let's do shea butter. Whatever you have in your store, I'll put 50,000 down. Whatever is in your store is your 50,000. She had about 3,000 shea butter. So that was a no-brainer. We became partners. So by the time we sat down to draw what we needed 50,000 each more. Because our aim was package straight to the stores. Don't disturb the flea market. That's why you have to leave the small people to stay, because they are going to guide, they're going to help, they are helping you. Because people used to leave only buying shea butter from the flea market. First, we went to the Korean store. Oh, everybody, oh, I won't buy from the Korean. But they said, oh, it's the same thing. They started buying from the Korean. Then it's in Walmart. Oh, we won't buy it from Walmart. It's a white company. Before you know it, all flea market is out. We are still selling shea butter. People, when they go to buy the hair product, they buy shea butter from there. So that's how we got it. We were the first to package shea butter into the stores. There's another brother from Tennessee, Omololu. So he was the first person that came about 10 years, 15 years ago with shea butter. Excuse me, I forgot to turn my phone off. So Omololu had been there before we got there, so I still give him credit. I've never met him, but he was there before, but maybe he didn't have the funding we had going in, but he's still there in the small volume level. So when we started, what I did was, when we started, I put the shea butter in a nice container. I went to the beauty stores. I said, okay, this thing sells. They don't know what it is. I said, no, I'll give it to you on credit. You don't have to pay me. I'll come back in 2 weeks. If you don't sell, I'll take it back. So when some of them, when they can see you from their store. Luckily, I had a clean Mercedes. So when they see you coming clean, oh, okay, everybody thinks you're okay. They want to be your friend too. That helped me in a way. So most of them took it. So I went to the first store, gave it to them on credit. By the time I drove around 1 month, I did about 30, 40 stores that took it. So what I did with those receipts, I went to the first distributor. I told him, well, I have this. They said, what's this? Shea butter. I said, well, I don't know shea butter. I said, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, these people are buying. They, oh, okay, I know this person. He calls that person. You know shea butter? He said, yes. He sells? Yes. Okay, give me 2 dozen. So I got 1 distributor. 2 dozen is small, but my leg is in. So I went to the second distributor. The same trick. When they look at the list of people that bought from me, they will know 1 or 2 or 3 of them. And they will call in front of you to verify. The moment they get a yes, they give you an order. So when I did 4 distributors, when I got to number 5, I stopped using the stores. I said, well, distributor, this one I bought, this one I bought, this one I bought. Oh, really? Okay, give me this. So I went to that's why I did about 10 distributors in Atlanta. I got everybody in 2 weeks. Then I went to Chicago. Chicago is an old city. So by the time I showed him the people in Atlanta, he gave me my first $30,000 order. That order almost killed me. I'm used to doing 500, 700. So when somebody gives you 30,000, It took us 2 months to put together. I mean, now 30,000 I do in 2 hours. It took us 2 months plus because I had lied that I had a big warehouse. Oh, my volume is so big. They gave me the order, so I'm coming up with stories every week. What happened to my order? Oh, the machine breakdown. Oh, engineers coming from China. I gave all kind of lies. Luckily, then my last lie was, I shipped, the truck got lost. But Koreans are patient. That's a good thing. That's why when you are going to a big market, they can take all your nonsense. They can take all my stories. In Walmart, I have a big section. All the Walmart I have, I don't have all the Walmart US because it will break me. Walmart, I have what they call an end cap. Anybody in the grocery section in the store, you will know what end cap is a section. For every Walmart I have 300 pieces per store. And an average person with 12 pieces in Walmart, they can go around both, say, oh, I'm in Walmart. No, I'm like 20 stores in one. So for me to take the whole Walmart US, it's impossible. So, and Walmart, if you are low, you don't deliver the next morning, they kick you out. I remember I went to one Walmart store. We had just started. I didn't even know Walmart was that crazy. So my inventory was low. I think it was like on a Monday, the manager had checked. I had one third of the shelf. Tuesday, I was 1/4. So by the time I got there Thursday, I couldn't find my shelf. So I'm asking the department manager, where do I put my stuff? Usually when you have an end cap, they don't give you an order. Sometimes when you go to the grocery store, you see Coca-Cola, they stock their own shelf. So when you have an end cap, you just need to fill your section. You bring your order in, they sign you in, take it to your shelf. So the back has signed me in, so I'm there with merchandise, know where to put it. So the department manager is telling me, well, what if I say, the store manager? So I'm going to the store manager like, okay, where's my, the man like, sit down, young man. This man, I'm older than him, maybe by 10 years, a young man, sit down. Do you know what you have? Do you know that's a prime location we gave you in Walmart? Do you know this thing is valued at 50 million? He just gave me all kind of stories. We gave you an end cap, and you're running a do you know we have 100,000 people that want to sit in your shoe, that want to eat your lunch? This boy gave me a lecture. I felt like a dime. Okay, no, I can't take you now. Let me think about it. The merchant said, leave it at the back, leave it at the back. I'll tell them to ask for credit. So I sit down, so on my way, he called me, okay, bring it back on Friday. But not knowing it was beyond him. So when I was talking to the department manager, they said customers had come, didn't see it, this day of email, there was report going in. Why are you not stocking this product? Why are you not stocking it? So the manager really couldn't even kick me out. Because these people, when they write to the little manager, you don't respond. Everybody knows how to get to the chairman, the CEO. Everybody's reading email. I worry about email more than anything now. If I go online every morning, first time I wake up, I'm looking for complaint. On Amazon, we had a competition. Some Nigerian is selling shea butter online. It's selling at a price below cost. Okay, we are not going to compete with you. When I went to see his review, he had 5 reviews, all negative. They pulled him. So we worry more about reviews than anything. So the manager had to take me back, but he was just harassing me just to show muzzle, show power. He brought me back. That is, I was in Walmart already. So when I first started at Walmart, I know people know shea butter. That's why when people call me, oh, I want to put my product, no, you cannot go straight to Walmart. I have a supplier number. I can bring anything in. But I have to make sure it doesn't fail. So when we first went to Walmart, when they first let me in, they gave me 4 stores. My plan was, it's a trick that most big companies don't know. When they bring into the store first, what is their busiest day? Do a promo. So I asked them, can I do promo? Okay, promo, our business day is Friday, Saturday. So my first 4 stores, we did promotional, buy one, get one. If you buy this shea butter, I'll give you this. If you buy this one, we'll give you soap. The first 2 days we did, I think, 250. We broke the record. So the following Monday, the home office, somebody from a the regional office called me. Do you have stock? I didn't stay. I said, yes, I have stock. Yeah. How many more stores do you want? I said, I'll take my area first. I said, okay. He gave me some stores. Go to these stores. Tell them you did well and you want the space. So I went to one store, the highest grossing store in the South. I got in there. This white man told me, I said, I have shape. He said, no, I have shape. I said, no, mine is 100% pure. He said, I said, I have shape. I said, what you have is 50. He said, I'm telling you I have shape, but I don't want it. Get out of my office. So I left. I went to another store nearby. I saved their plan. He used the same language that, no, I don't want it now. So I called the regional manager. I said, well, I went to these stores. They told me no. He said, are you sure? I said, yes. He said, okay, go back there next Friday. So I went back to the first one that Friday. He said, oh, shea butter. Yeah, I'll give you a space. I'm like, this is the same man that I went to the second one, the same. Oh, we'll find your space. Come 2 days, give me 2 days. I'll find your space. Then we go with that promotional trick. The first one, they told me to bring, I think, 18 pieces. The second one, 24 pieces. So when we start to do promotion, buy one, get one. This is black people that know shea butter. The price is right. $4.99. Korean sell it $6.99. You are getting $4.99, then you are getting a second one free. So the first 1 hour, we sold out. But I knew we were going to sell out, so I had brought about 120 and put on my desk at the bottom. I'm like, okay. So after 1 hour, they will buy from the store, come to our shelf, we'll give you one. So a customer came, nothing on the shelf. I said, well, that means promotion has ended. He said, no, I'm here. You must. I said, you are not listening. my name is not Walmart. This thing has just ended. He went to the manager that, I'm here, I saw that table, I'm going to go get it. So if you don't have it today, give me a note that you'll give me one tomorrow. So the manager came to me, what happened? I said, well, you ordered 18, we're out. How come you didn't tell me? I said, me tell you? You ran me out of your store. Okay, how soon can I say, no, I have it under my table. So I stocked the shelf. Me and him became friends for like a few weeks, but he got fired after. I don't know what else he did. The second store, the same thing happened. I think he ordered 12 or 24. We were out in 2 hours. Then I told him, look, we are leaving. We have no merchandise. You don't have merchandise? How come you didn't tell me you want an end cap? Me tell you I want an end cap? You won't even listen to me. So he gave me an end cap. So we have Walmart. So when you have something like Walmart, you have to be careful. If you run out, there is competition. You can annoy them to a certain point, they actually will kick you out. So when I tell people from Nigeria, you want to do agriculture, anything you're bringing from Africa, you must have 3 containers. So when I tell them, it's coming from Nigeria, if you don't have 100,000, you cannot do international business. You need 1 container here in the US. Because if you go to the store, what if your product sells? They have 200 stores that buy from them. Even if they buy 2 dozen each, your container will be out in 2 weeks. Then you got to have 1 in the water coming. Then 1 got to be in Nigeria getting ready to come. So that's why when a lot of these conferences come, by the time I finish explaining, some people are so disappointed, then some people are so pleased. Don't get mad at me. I'm telling you what happens here. Can we partner? No, I'm not in your line. You wouldn't understand what we are doing. Everybody thinks America is America of those days where you come, white man will just give you money. There's no money like that anymore. So there was a mining conference that came 2 years ago. Nigerian miners. Some people have a little hole. They say they are a mining company. They came for the conference. None of them had a proposal. None of them had a strategy. How is somebody, they're all looking for equipment to excavate. Yes, that's what you need. How is the mine going to give it to you? How many have you sold? Where are you? None of them had paper, 0. It was a whole conference. All my miners association of Nigeria. They all are telling me Buhari promised. No, that's government. If you do this thing right, private people will hand you equipment. But if you don't know where, go with us, no, I'm not going to go and co-sign for the equipment to go to Nigeria and get lost. Because the equipment gets to Nigeria, that's it. So anything that go Africa, especially Africa, anything going there, you are on your own. The miners came, everybody went back with zero. Then the Export Control Office that was supposed to promote the show, government gave them money to pay for these people's hotel. They sent somebody, they collected the money, it paid for 1 day. They was in my office the next 7 days. Ah, my down loan, man. Won't low okay. Like they don't care, they have money. They don't need the money. These people came and said, we brought them to the US. So this is the Nigerian culture. The chairman of the Export Control, I think government allocated maybe 200,000. He gave one of his assistants 60,000 to pay for their room for the 1 week. He paid 2 nights, and so he put his money, the guy put his money. Nobody even encouraged nobody to do any equipment. I'm not speaking at this conference anymore. I don't do that. I'm just going to sit and watch you guys play foolish because it doesn't make sense. You want me to go and speak. You know it's going to fail. Why are you doing it? Nigerians need to be trained in Nigeria before they leave the water. And we here, we need to do our homework to receive these people. But since the new government has come in, the game has changed. People with money are trying to hand you everything. That's why I tell people, in agriculture, in our field, most businesses, you don't need a bank loan. Bank loan is, I don't even know of anybody that talks about bank loan. Because bank loan, you are taking bank loan to go and get a commodity that you can get for free on credit. All right, there was one, we did our high school reunion in Baltimore. So the World Bank, okay, our high school, my junior was Fashola. So from Fashola being the governor, our high school became popular. So anything we do, just Fashola put in a note, the ambassador, everybody was there in Washington. So World Bank came. They were saying that World Bank set aside 10 billion in agriculture for Nigeria, but for 2 years, nobody could take a dime out. So the man was saying it took 2 years for them to find out. Even the ambassador, they don't even know what they're doing for Nigeria. Things they should be doing for free, they don't have a clue. So I'm asking the man, so what is your job here? 10 billion. You don't need collateral. But because the application was American system, like you need a Dun and Bradstreet number. Who knows about Dun and Bradstreet number in Nigeria? We have it. I do business here. I have a Dun and Bradstreet number. Nobody qualified. So the money sat for 2 years until some engineer looked at it and said, no, we don't have Dun and Bradstreet number. He lived here. He had a Dun and Bradstreet number. So the ambassador was like, well, we didn't know. That's your job to look at. Before you start telling Nigeria there's money here, it got to be an office to guide them to getting the money. Nigeria Republic, 2 years ago, the first lady came. I was with her for like 12 days. At the end of 12 days, the woman asked, okay, when she came, I drive a truck car that looks like a limo or whatever. So I rode around, then they had another limo that they paid for. At the end of it, they said, well, Ambassador, are we paying this man? Ambassador said, no. A friend from the country sent him. So the lady came to me and said, okay, what do you want from my country? I said, well, I don't know. I don't speak French. So she submitted him, and said, well, anything you want, tell the ambassador, he will tell us, we will give it to you. Because if I go home and tell my husband that I just came to America 2 weeks ago, I met a Nigerian, he will kill me. So, but I didn't have anything for Niger, so I left the deal. I have not done nothing to it yet. Then So the ambassador called me on and on. We became friends just to update to see how I'm doing. The first lady everybody would send notes. Oh, how are you doing? That country has set up an office for international investors only. If you want to do business with Niger, if that office clears you, there's no red tape in the country. You want to do road construction, they see your papers, this is what you are presenting, this is what you're offering. When that office clears you, it just hands it to the ministry, there's no red tape. Everything has been done, but Nigeria, we have ambassadors that speak English, they don't do nothing. Then they float this Exim Bank. Exim Bank asks for collateral. World Bank, you don't need collateral. Because in agriculture, there are some banks that invest only in agriculture at 5% a year. And these people do have salespeople that go around asking for, I went to a show in Boston. So at least 2 or 3 people approach me, your suppliers, do they need money? I say, yes. Do they have money? The question was, do they have enough? I say, they always need money. He said, well, if you sign that you buy, if you give them a purchase order, we will give them a loan based on your purchase order. My people in Ghana, they didn't want to buy equipment. The boy has money, so he didn't need it. For Nigeria, those people they don't do Nigeria. They do other African countries except Nigeria. So we lost out on that one. But people say was like, okay, if you come and talk to the owner of the company, you can convince me by Nigeria, but I don't need to convince them by Nigeria. My share butter is still coming from Ghana. But lately, we have a lot of people sending. In the past, 3 months, I have 20 containers from Nigeria. I have about 25 more. Now I'm turning them down. All I do is that when you send me, I tell you my price, my net, my terms, my conditions, that's it. If you don't agree, don't send sample. When you send sample, if I say it's okay, ship. These people don't even argue with me. I'm like, is this the same Nigeria of 2 years ago and today? What happened? Most of these people I have never met. They are sending me merchandise on credit, and I don't know them. So it's like I have a bank loan without going to the bank. Because if I was to go get a loan from a bank, I'll take the money, go and buy merchandise. Now I'm getting the merchandise on credit, so what do I need a bank loan for? It's not like a merchandise somebody's going to stand on my neck. If I tell you I'm going to pay you on day 30, if I pay you on day 35, if you complain, your business is over. Nobody has ever complained. Nobody has even argued with me, and they're even careful how to ask me for it. They'll just, Oga, how are we looking? That's how they ask me. So when you go into this field, the money is all over the place. You just need the first to get started. When you start, you'll be shocked at how many people want to send money out. I was telling Pastor Tunde 3 weeks ago, anybody know Aswani Market in Nigeria? Okay, the owner, he lives in Atlanta. So he called me last month. Hello? He said, let's do lunch. So at lunch, he was telling me the son-in-law brings 50 containers of 40 food to Nigeria monthly. So he was anticipating they were going to run out of foreign currency in the next 9 months. Can we buy everything you need in Nigeria and you pay me here? I said, well, I'm trying to do shea butter from Nigeria, but everybody's still at the beginning stage. You say, okay, what else do you want? So we had to sit there. I'm like, okay, I can sell snail. All right, we'll go and find the snail farms and collect all of them and give to you. All right, what else? I'm like, okay, dry fish. We'll go and find dry fish people. So based on our meeting, then he was actually begging me, please, can you do up to $1 million a month? So I'm sitting there like, this is somebody trying to give me $1 million loan a month. I don't know what to do with it. So up to now, I told him, okay. So he went to Nigeria last week to talk to the son-in-law that he has found somebody for $1 million. I said, Mr. Gu, he said, don't worry, you will get it. I'll bring everything you want. You want stuff? I said, no, starfish is not from Nigeria. I don't want it. So now we have no merchandise from Nigeria to bring to help him. That's on the table. So I have so many offers on the table, it's crazy. But we have to start from somewhere. Everybody's trying to do those sell cars. 25,000 to start in Nigeria. Bring the first container to find the market. 25,000 is not a little money. It's within reach for everybody. It's not like I bring 200,000. And everybody went to school in Nigeria. One of your friends you can trust. Let's do this business. Have a partner. Don't quit your job here. Have a partner there that can source the product. You guys are partner because me, I tell them I don't want no part of Nigeria. Shea butter is FOB Savannah, means I'm responsible from Savannah, US. Not Lagos. I don't want to know about paperwork because Nigeria will break you with, they will break you with drama. Something happened, custom do this one want this. So I don't want it. So if you get it, if you're at 9 to 5, you're okay, you still want to start something, find somebody reliable in Nigeria, let him know that this is not a 100% profit margin. If you make your 25%, you are going to sell forever. And people tell me real estate. I used to be in construction. Real estate, for you to make 100%, you have to buy the house only for 10 years. You are lucky if you get 100%. But in commodity, anything agriculture, in 1 year, you are going to double your money. Because your first run, you make 20%. You do it 4 times. That's 80%. And you are safe. You can sleep better at night. But in construction, you got to buy the house first. Go find a good contractor. You're lucky to get a good contractor. Then you find a tenant. The tenant, they qualify. After 1 year, they are moving. You got to hold the house out for a month. You got to repaint it, refreshen it, put it back in to get a tenant. That's construction that I know very well. So when you, by doing all that, you have lost 2 months' rent, which you are going to pay. Somebody living in it or not, you got to pay rent. By the time you get to even making, you spend 82 years with headache, you sell it for 120. Oh, I made 40. You have not made 40. If you were, then you got to start all over again to find a new house. That means a new roof on the block. And when you go to the auction at the courthouse, anybody with fresh money will give you a run for your money. And if you don't have good contractors, you're not going to make money. So that's why I tell people, most things in America is not really profitable. Unless your money is real long, unless your money is real long, which is what I consider somebody in the 10 million range, and you are old, like the Jewish people that own all the big properties, they can own the building and leave it for their grandson. But for us that want to move the money quick, do your homework. Find where your market is. Then in Nigeria, quality control. It is 0. I have 3, 4 containers that came to my warehouse. I couldn't use, but I still paid them. I found out one of them was, the wife lived here, the man had moved back. So they went to export office, they got my number, they sent sample was good. The shea butter came, was crazy. So I called, the wife was supposed to be getting the money. I said, well, madam, this shea butter, I said, well, this shea butter is horrible. She came to see it, he brought the children. I said, well, the son looked and said, daddy bought really you. So they took the picture and sent to them. They said, well, we have to send the picture to dad. The shea butter, you can't even touch it. So when I said, okay, I talked to the man, I said, well, your shea butter is bad, but instead of paying you in 30 days, I'll pay you in 60 days. Because the only way I can use it for, like for every 1,000 of my good shea butter, I put 50 pounds of yours in. It might take me 6 months to do it, but I'll pay you in 2 months. The man said, oh, okay, thank you, Aburo, thank you. So I felt good with him. The wife was telling me here, the wife really like, well, did you see the sample? I'm like, do I want to insult this man's wife here? I said, what do you mean sample? Look at what you just sent me. Do you know what look at this. This is what I get from Ghana. This from this company. This from this company. This is your husband's boxes. He said, but you saw sample. I'm like, okay, let me leave this woman alone. Another occasion, This is how Nigeria give you problems. Okay, we did this money. I said, well, I will not wait the whole 60 days. We agreed on every 2 weeks I wire you something. So he gave me the banking thing for wire to Nigeria. We did the wire. 2 days after he called me, well, we didn't get him. I said, well, I used the information he gave me. He said, okay, I'll go back to the bank. The third day he called me. Oh, it's in the wrong account. It's in the Naira account. I went in the wrong account. I said, well, this is what you gave me. He said, well, tell your bank to take it back. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. You live here. He said, no, my manager said he can do it. Then somebody's calling me from Nigeria. He said, my manager is going to call you. The man called me. I said, young man, do you ekpe? Mark guy, like I will call you, but you will get fired. Are you stupid? Do you know what you're doing? I've been doing money before you were born. I don't know. Do you know money? I've been lucky. I've been around money. Some banks I know what to do. I can teach them how to wire money. We used to move large numbers long time ago. I'm like, even in the US, when you press send, you can recover it within 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or 2 minutes when you're still sitting there. The next day, the third day, the fourth day, then this is international. I said, now, get off my phone. The man, okay, sorry, sir. He left. This man is telling him, Aburo Bamishe, you are not listening. You have lived here. Just tell your bank that you've sent it to the wrong place. That one ended. So the next one, they gave me an account. It went there. Then the wife will come. I said, look, I'm not wiring any more money. Now I'll give it to your wife here. So she came one day to pick up a check. I wrote her a check. I said, who I make it to? She gave me a name. Oh, but you told me it was going to be cash. I said, madam, I'm making it to your name. What does that mean? You can walk to the bank and cash it. But you told him. So at the end of the thing, he got all his money. Then the husband called me. She me. Allah magic. I said, over my dead body. He said, no. Please, we know women, Lagos women, how our wives are. Even your wife will know you. I said, no. Out of respect, I did not want to insult your wife. If it was somebody else, I would have told you, okay, now you are in the US, you send me a bad product, take me to court. This is your product, I want to return it to you. And I'll go to court and I'll win. But because I figured the wife was financing him, and I didn't want it to be like, okay, business took me a while, you brought a business, we are losing money. So I paid him. I mean, it's not going to break me, so I paid him. So he begged, then I found that then one of his managers in this warehouse that he just opened called me, okay, you are not ordering from us. This is Nigeria. Why is your manager calling me? You have not given us order again. I said, well, you are the manager. You gave this man bad. He said, no. When our guy drinks, he come and blame us for not producing well. We can only do so much a week. He goes where he takes his boxes to different villages, give them 100 boxes, say, fill it up, take it to this warehouse. He said, so we're just sitting there collecting boxes. Then we ship to it. That's what happened, which I knew the sample he gave me was just 10% of what came. So I understood what the manager was saying. So that's how I left him. That's why I left him. Another person was going to send me shea butter from Nigeria. First, I gave him a purchase order, 15 ton. I tell them, start with 20-foot container, 15 ton. He called me about 4 weeks after. Can we send you 4 ton? I say, you are paying the shipping. 4 ton is like $8,000. If you pay $4,000 shipping, you've lost money. It has to be that minimum. Okay, sir. The following week, called me, can we do 8 ton? I say, are you listening? Can you read this thing? Can you go back and do your homework? Okay. All right, okay, we are going to. So after 3 months, it's sent. The shea butter came. I have never seen it so bad. That one, it was a nightmare. That was 3 months ago. So the shea butter came. When it came, first, they did not pay. There was a 24,000 naira they were supposed to pay in Lagos. We have cleared the container here. Maersk, the shipping line told us, well, Nigeria, they owe Nigeria money, but you cannot pay it here. So the lady was nice to tell me, well, it is 24,000. I said, that's $80. Can I pay it? He said, no, it belongs to Maersk, Nigeria. So I called him 3 days, he didn't answer my call. On the 4th day, he called me, oh, my wife was having a baby. I'm like, your wife is having a baby? What does that have to do with me? I said, okay, no problem. Do you know this is on you now? Yeah. Okay, let me call the broker. He called the broker. He didn't call me back in another 3 days. He said, the man ripped us off. I'm going to lock him up. Okay. This is 8 days now. We are in demurrage. It's 275 daily. So the following week, okay, they paid the 24,000 naira, but we don't have the bill of lading. I said, well, tell him to do a telex release. Another 4 days, they didn't call me back. A week and a half. Then Merck sent me a letter. Your container is now 30 days. It is going into auction anytime. So I forwarded them the letter. They went back to the broker. Then they called me back and said, well, the man was holding us ransom. We owe him some money. I'm like, this is the same person that you were going to lock up because he ripped you off. Now you are the one owing him money. By the time it was all said and done, demurrage and the shipping was 9,500. It was ship collect, so I paid the shipping here. The demurrage, about 5,000. I paid 9,500. Then they were late for the rail, altogether almost 10,000. Usually I would pay the shipping, deduct from their money. And when the ship order came, it was 5 tons, 12,000 pounds. So when I did the calculation, first, when I saw the contract, I said, I took pictures and sent to him right with that. I don't know what to send, but I can tell you it is very low. By the time we weighed it, it was 12,000 pounds. When I did the calculation, they owe me 9,500. It was a bad shea butter. They had 2,000 left. The shipper called me. I invested a lot of money in this thing. The financier called me. I'm the one financing it. I said, then the boy called me. We shipped 12. I said, look, we are talking shipping. Your whole shea butter is bad. I want to return all of them. Do you know? Then I told them, look, from now on, after 1 week of talking to the 3 of them, I'm only going to talk to you. The other 2, the shipper, the broker, or the financier, I don't know them. I won't take their calls. Nobody has called me back. It is 3 months now. The shea butter is sitting there. That was a $10,000 loss. This is Nigeria. Quality control, quality control. The one I got last week, half is good, half I can't use. I called him back. I told the guy. He said, well, this time, before I even said, this time I was with them in the booth. He has sent another one. This is Nigeria. This is how people are just throwing money out. So you could sit here and just collect on ending. So quality control, it is crucial in whatever we are doing. Because Nigeria, when you give them something, they will give it to the PA will give it to his assistant will give it to the driver. So it goes to like 10 people before it gets to, I had a friend, this drinks Zobo. So Foley, I can say, Zobo. He said it's the mega drink. They call it sorrel here. So Nigerians don't even see it. They think it's a malam drink. He said, my guy bring it in his head with a cup. They stop at this house. They will use the same cup. You drink it, give them like 10 naira or 5 naira. They go, Oti, my guy, I said, no. He sent his assistant to send another assistant. So by the time the story came, I said, Foley, just leave it alone. You are too big for what you want to do. You want to export, then assistant to assistant to assistant. In Nigeria, we have so much. Sorrel, people think it's a Jamaican, it's hibiscus. People look at it as a Jamaican drink. They have it in Nigeria, they can't even sell it because nobody's buying it. Something like that you could do for 15,000 a container. I was going to do sorrel, but see, what I have now, I have so much going, I can't even pay attention. I want to package so because I look at the market for sorrel. Jamaicans sell it $2 or $1 something. I look at the packaging. I can do a better packaging, finish it at 40 cents, 35 cents. I would do a wholesale 55. The stores will sell it for $1. I will take all of them out of market. But the time, I don't have. I think I have a ton of soil in my warehouse. I don't have time to even get to it. So it is so much we can do, because our plan was to sell my company late last year or this year, then I can take on a new project. Because we, Nigerians, we are so caught up on our name. See, what they fail to realize, when you go into business, what did you go into a business for? To make money. So why do you get emotional? The company got to be my name, the name of my family. No. You package the company, 5 years, sell it, and move on. If Nigerians had done that, all this Abiola, Hebrew, they fight in that family. Apart from they are all in the bank, they are all in the court. All of them have Babalawo following them around. Because they will kill you. I had a friend, Kidi, when the father died, they found out the man had children from outside. The first day he went to the house, he passed out. The brother went to the house, whatever they did, when they crossed the door, this is real loud, I know these people. They left the house. Kidi has never gone back. They don't want any part of the house. See, what Nigerians don't do is say, Abiola had airline, you have the newspaper, you have the farm. Why? Why don't you take two, do it right, you have an extra strategy, sell the company, invest in other people. This is what they do in America. But in Nigeria, Udutola and Co., you don't hear them anymore. All this transport, Kennedy Lichuku, all of them are dead. They're all gone. It is fighting, fighting, fighting. But nobody understands why, up to tomorrow, they are still doing the same thing. Everybody wants their name on it. There was a lady that came recently. She owned a very good bag company. I will not mention it because it's very recent. I told her, okay, you have come to LA twice. I will invest in your company. We need an exit strategy. We are going to sell in 5 years. I will take your company to a couple of million. We will sell. Because your name, no value. My husband will die. I said, what did you go into business for? To make money? Yes. So what is this name now? Because they have put their name on it. They have been doing it for 10 years. They still don't have American market. He's been here 3 years. I said, well, I will put money in there. What you have been doing 5 years, I'll do it in 6 months. You don't have online. I have a full online engine. I have a full service online. The woman almost had a fit with the name and selling the company. I gave him an example. When you see all this Ford Foundation, you don't see any Ford family member in nothing. When they sold the shares, when they sold the company, they invested in about 50 companies. When 2 of them make money, the children just need to give, instead of paying government, so when you look at all these people with charity, it's not like they're giving money. Instead of giving the government, give it to nonprofit, write it off. This is all these children are doing today because their parents had invested. The South African boy that owns, that invented PayPal, Elon Musk, he was one of the founders of PayPal. They sold after a few years. He took his 120 million, invested in about 50 companies. He owns Tesla. He owns SpaceX. Tesla, they are offering him 20 billion. SpaceX, they are offering 80 billion. But he doesn't want to sell it because he has government contract. When you have a government contract for space, you are getting 10, 50 billion from government every year. So that boy don't need, it's great, no, never work for money. I'm not talking about the other businesses he invested in. The same thing with Uber. When Uber started 12 years ago, it was at $500,000. The people that put 10,000 12 years ago, it is worth 100 million now. So you put money in there, there are people that are working the business, you just sit up and collect. You don't need to worry about going there. So I tell people, the professionals, come together, put 25,000 each, put it together. Find small companies, invest in them, take 4 companies, invest, keep doing what you're doing. It takes one of them to hit it big, you are going to score. It's not everybody have to sit in the company, follow the company, the family name. That means there's no exit strategy. And when some people start a business knowing you cannot scale the company. If your company is not scalable, don't start it. Scalable means, let's say give my company as an example. We have about maybe, I don't even know, maybe 80, 90 Walmart or 70 Walmart. Each Walmart have 300 pieces. Let's say Walmart has 10,000 stores. So for a buyer, in 5 minutes, they can look at me that, okay, look, you have only 70 out of 10,000. I can take them to 10,000 in 1 week, they see 40 million. That's when they pay you money. But it's not like you're in Walmart with 12 pieces. They can't grow with you. They can't grow you. Or it got to be something you can multiply, not to go and do a little grocery store. Grocery store, no. The farmer's market will swallow you. Some guy from Atlanta called me several months ago. Okay, I didn't even charge him money. He gave me something. Okay, please, I need advice. I said, well, close your store, bring 2 items, you can compete better. He said, what do I mean? How can I close this store? I am making money. I said, no. When the farmer's market come near you, do you guys have farmer's market here? I don't know if it's as big as the one in Atlanta. The ones in Atlanta, they are running 20 cash register non-stop. Now that's a market. If they come near you, you are dead. Because they are going to have that fresh fish. They are going to have that catfish that Nigerians die for. When they go there, they are going to go there to buy that fresh catfish, or the tilapia that's still swimming. They are going to buy the okra. They are going to buy the pepper. So they only come to your store to buy your bono. And palm oil. No, they sell palm oil in farmer's market now. So they are only coming to your store to spend $20. They have given 120 to farmer's market. When they go to cut fish, all the parties, all the restaurants, they are going there to cut fish all day. Sell this thing, face one item. And especially my Igbo brothers. Everybody believes they can do everything. I said, no, you are not in Nigeria anymore. The Igbos of those days is not the Igbo of now. The grandfathers Igbo, they did real business. They went outside their box. But the young Igbo people want to get rich without even understanding what they're going. This boy was fair with me until he called me back again to thank me. I said, thank me for what you were being stupid. You pay for the food, so I don't care. But we are good friends. He had never been to a farmer's market near him. It was when he went there, he came back, my brother, now, wow, that's too big. So you got to you got to smell the competition coming. What is your exit strategy? You got to plan that 5 years, I am going to sell. Or 5 years, we will be at this point, somebody put more money. Or 5 years, we are going to be at a big leg. Because right now, what I have now, apart from shea butter, everybody, when you talk to the governors, there's other things they're offering you. The special assistant to acquire, but when I talked to him, within 2 hours of our meeting, he was so impressed with what I do. He was telling me, oh, we are opening a new freezer warehouse in Akwa Ibom. Do you want space? I'm like, Jesus, people are dying in Calabar, they can't get it. This man just met me, he's offering me space. If I was in Nigeria, that's a big business. Because if you rent the freezer at the airport, anything you bring there, you have to unload it there so the container people can carry their container back. So that thing is always leased. But I'm like, I'm not ready to go back yet. So there's a lot of things that will come behind what you're doing. From me just knowing about the export control, one of the chairman's friend before, he wanted to buy a house, he wanted to do something. So I do the about, I have a friend here. He owns a big company. The man trusted me with all his money, doing nothing. I think I made like 40,000 in 2 months with him. My son wants this thing. Buy it and give it to him. He will send me money. Okay, this is the price. Oh, I keep 10,000. The rest give to him. Those are it's so many things that come from being in their face. They trust you with everything. They'll call you for advice. This one, my children want to go to school here. Can you do? So I was telling one, no, for high school kids, you don't need. They don't pay school. Say, well, so buy a house and you all move. I said, no, my house is big. So we buy the house, 3 million. So the children will go to school free. But him, he did something that I didn't like. When he was at the export controller, we came here, he was with me for 10 days, he was the chairman. So I told him, okay, the plan was they want to bring all Nigerian products to one location. I said, well, I can sell anything agriculture, but I need to have enough volume. For starters, I need 30 pounds of each. Okay, when David went back to Nigeria, I told him, I need to have this thing in 2 months. So you got to send it by air. Money is no problem. You send it, Nigeria, the government have money, you have money. He gave it to his assistant, who gave it to the assistant. So by the time the thing came here was 4 months, he sent me 3 pounds. And I explained to this man that if I go to a show, if there's show will cost me 10,000 to get a booth. Every buyer is there. When a buyer comes, if they like a product, give them 1 pound. You might get 5 buyers to take 5 pounds. If they get to the office, they're going to call you, okay, come back and do a presentation. You are taking 10 pounds. So if 3 people call you, you are out of samples. You know what he did? He sent another 10 pounds to Mr. Gu. This Aswani person. This is a Nigerian. I'm telling him an idea. He sent it to Mr. Gu. He sent a copy to Mr. Gu. Mr. Gu, not knowing, he called me. Mr. Tafia, I want to see you. He brought the box to me. Can you find me market? I'm looking at this box like, I have the same box. But I didn't tell him. I said, oh, Mr. Gu, you know something? Go online. Do research. You can sell it. Yeah, I don't have time. That was it. Why do I give you an idea? You go and give it to a foreigner. Mr. Gul is Indian. Though because he has the Aswani name, so he's over me. So I just left him. So when he left office, all that they sent my children to school, now I told him, no, I'm moving out of Atlanta. I don't need it. Don't send the money. Don't wire any more money. Don't do it. He left office. I don't even take his calls anymore. Because when you see people, when you're in power, imagine when the money is tight now. You'll probably kill me. The money is free at that time, you didn't do right. When the money is tight, you tell him advice, it goes somewhere. Benue State Governor, Shoshwan, when Shoshwan came, he was going to get an award in Atlanta. So one of his so-called enemies in the state, he came to Atlanta to tell the King Center that Shoshwan stole money. They were going to give him the award at 10 in the morning. At 6 in the morning, somebody from his office called me. They were here. We have a problem. They are saying they will rescind the award or what. I said, well, they said they mentioned the name that he has lodged the comment. I said, well, so I called some state rep that I know in Atlanta. I said, well, this man here, the sales rep said, well, let's see what we can do. I said, okay, no, hold on first. So I called them. I said, well, I need 25,000 or 20,000 right now. I'll get him in. You know what they told me? How about we finish it with us? No. This man, when he shops with 2 people because I was in his room. When they bring the bags, when he goes to the most expensive mall, 2 people carry his bags. They are toting bags. The SUV is full. You are telling me 20,000? I just told them I'm going out of town. He did not get the award. The same man had given David, there was a big hotel in Benue, like a 5-story major hotel. The person that was doing it stole government money, so the government took the building. He gave it to David, my friend, the chairman. So David sent me the plan. Okay, I'm trying to bring Hilton. Okay, we need to renovate. I said, okay, renovation, we'll find a company in Nigeria that can do it. Do you know a paid Ghoul to bring Mexicans to do it? Ghoul, not knowing, will call me for advice. Well, okay, I didn't try to break Goose deal, so I let him do it. So they will call me again. So how is Hilton? They say Hilton contact. I said no. I told Hilton I'm not signing again. I'm not interested again. Why? I said, well, I'm tired, man. This is how we function. So that is part of what Nigeria is. This goes back to you don't know how this man grew up. That's why I tell people, go back your high school friends. You know them. You know some of them. Some of them will die for you. In Nigeria, go back to the friends you know. These people you are meeting on the road, you don't know how they were brought up. Some people have no home training. They will kill you for $2. They have zero conscience. So that's why Nigerian waters, I told them, when I come to Nigeria, I don't want zero. I've not been back home in 30 years. Because this is the other thing with Nigerians too. The kidnapping is crazy. It won't be from your sister or your brother. It will be from one of his children. Because when you come there, oh, uncle is rich. If you go there, you give them money, okay, it's not enough. They are looking for you to buy them a car. So these are the people that plan the abduction. It's not your fight, but information is going to come from inside to get you. So I've left, but I'm planning to go back to Nigeria. The water is clear now, the coast is clear, but it is still a whole lot. There's peanut, there's guava, cashew nut, peanut, coconut oil that I really want to do, but we can't get it in volume. Because when you go to the store, coconut oil is at about, $16 a pound. In Nigeria, it's about $1. The one they sell at Walmart is not, you don't even smell coconut oil. So when I talked to one of the buyers, I said, well, why don't you bring a pack and we'll give it a shot? I mean, at Sam's. But the problem was, I sent somebody to look, nobody has enough. My friend had to go to Lagos. They say, oh, it's from Abeokuta. He goes to Abeokuta. Oh, that woman has a lot. He goes to that woman, he has 50 pounds. Oh, the other person is big. That woman has 100 pounds. How are we going to get to 30,000 pounds? So I just told him, please, leave it alone. I don't want to build no factory for. So there is so many things. The market is here already. Find a partner. If you have time, you have lived there so long, you probably will understand the water. Find a partner. The startup level is very, very, very low. The moment you get in, there are loans and finances all over. You don't need a bank loan. Bank is just going to, because when there are venture capital, there are people with money that are looking for business to put money in. They don't ask you for credit. I've never seen anybody ask me for credit. I remember 6 years ago, I was at a show. This guy came, Wayne, some Chinese-looking, maybe Asian. Do you guys need money? I say, yes. Every business always needs money. If any business tell you they don't need money, they are not in business. Facebook just got a round 2 years ago for 500 million. So everybody at every point, you raise money. He said, how much do you need? I said, well, 1 million. It was like, okay, look, when you take that money, you have to use it in 3 months. If you keep it for 1 year, it serves you no purpose because your rate has kicked in. I said, well, for what you are telling me, I can only use like $500,000. He said, well, you are too small for us. I said, too small? He said, yes, we start from 20 million. Now, can you wrap your head around somebody say, I want to borrow 500,000, and no, when you get to 20 million, call me. I'm looking at this boy, have you lost your head? So, okay, I left him. I thought it was a joke. Every 3 months he calls me. So how far are you? So how are you doing? Till today, he's still calling. We are friends now. So one day last year, I asked him, Wayne, why don't you do 5 million? He said, no, let me explain. If we gave you 5 million, our interest is 250 at about 5% or 4%, 200,000. The day we give you that money, we are going to give you an attorney for damage control. There's going to be a PR firm that's working on the background for your company. There's going to be an accountant to make sure there's not too much shrinkage. It's going to be shrinkage, which is theft. But to limit the shrinkage, then somebody got to watch your Facebook posting. You got to go to somebody before you do anything. So it's a by the time we do, the service costs us 500,000. So if you are paying 500,000 to service you, where's our profit? I was like, damn, I thought I was smart. This boy just beat me to another level. So it's a lot of people like that. They go to different events looking for where to put money. The one at Boston that invest in agriculture, they have salespeople that just travel the country. When they go to a show, they see if you're a foreigner, your thing is coming from abroad. That is where they want to invest. He said the owner has made money from somewhere. They want to get back to Africa. Someone, I think I know 3 banks. They are finding an investment bank. They want to get back to Africa. So he gave me a line of people they invest in. They say they do up to 1 million. You don't need collateral. As long as you have the buyer in the US, we just need to verify the buyer, make sure he's really going to purchase it, and where does it sell? And we have a big line. Okay, we're in almost every beauty store. We're in Walgreens, we're in Walmart. So we qualify. But I have nobody to sign on for. So that is why when you get to a certain point, what they call pay your dues, not just building a store, a foolish business for 10 years, selling insurance. No, that's not. Insurance, like people that were doing, I had a friend that was doing insurance. It was so big at that time, he's almost out of business now. Because I bought insurance for me when I was in Miami for I did good in Miami when I was young. In my 20s, I was lucky to be in the right area. I used to sell car accessories. So I was able to buy a $20 million policy, paid it outright. So when I was going to start the shea butter business, so I had to sell about 10 million of my policy. So the cash man had about 1.5, which I still came out good. But insurance doesn't sell anymore like that. Everything is online. So any business you are doing, if you look at the chances of making it in the future, it is almost zero. And we have to leave something for our children. It is not that your children are coming to work in your company. No, you are not helping them. Invest properly, let them sit on the board. They just want to be on the board of directors. You have paid your dues, you have suffered for them. They just need to sit on the board and write the checks. And our big problem, we have no mentors. Everybody is going into business with nobody to guide them. If I had known what I know now when I was selling shoes, I was a good-looking boy selling shoes. You know everybody. You are making shirt for this person. No guidance. Just doing it on my own. Just doing what I think is right and popular. But these people, we call them mala. Their uncles were selling peanuts. They sell goro. In a Butemeta, we had one guy. Anybody in a Butemeta here? Those days, there was a guy, Gualin. This man used to sell cow horns. Cow horns, remember those days, they used to use it for furniture. Maurice Gualin had like a whole block, a 4-story building. What was he selling? Cow horn. Which Nigerian want to touch a cow horn? We throw it away. Gualin will pick it up, sand it down, polish it, use it for those chairs, all those things. Those days, they were selling everywhere over Europe. Nobody paid attention to Gualin, but I just knew they had a lot of money. Their house smelled meat every time because the plant was in the building. We Nigerians are so busy trying to sell lace, imported shoes. This man is selling horns with 4-story building. All his children went to private school. Michelle is very rich today. They have so many properties in Nigeria from cow horn. So it's so much we can do that we are not paying attention. And no mentors to guide us. We in the South, 0 mentors. All our mentors Abiola opens this one. He opens the next one. He opens the other one. When he talks to you, he's telling you how he's handing money. He sees the girl, he gives them 20,000. Call me. Is that the mentorship? He will bring a hall, tell them what he has opened, what he's doing today. You guys have to go to school. School is not for everybody. I didn't finish school. I went to school after 2 years. I was doing more money at the flea market in Miami, so I stopped. I know it was a drama when I told my parents, school, Lomo. So I've always had that problem with them that they don't know what I'm going to come up with. I say, well, we are getting the same money. Why are you worried? I was doing more money at the flea market, then going to school. I figure if I finish, I was studying business. Those days, 30 years ago, they would give me 500 a week. I'm getting 600 a week on 2 days. Why do I need to go and work for some? So I've only worked 1 year in America. I've been here 35 years. So our mentors we need to find somewhere, listen to people, even if it will cost you money, because Africans will want it for free. That's why white people seminars sell all day nonstop. And half of them don't even teach you how to get into business. They don't even guide you. They just tell you how to wake up in the morning, dress nice, do this for an interview. No, you don't benefit from it. But it will encourage you. But we don't. You go to a whole seminar, I speak, it'll be all white people trying to go into export. Nigerians, zero. We want to go start a business without, go to a seminar about the business. Where is your exit strategy? How much can you grow? You open a little corner store. After 10 years, you are obsolete. Before, 20 years ago, it was a lot of little corner stores. Now it's Kroger, Winn-Dixie, all those things. The little corner stores died. Where did they go? That thing, the business has buried, died. So we have to have a planning before you. Some businesses fail before they even get started. Because bad planning is because you have sold this thing today. No. Then the parties. Me, I'm against spraying at parties, so people don't like me. One, I don't go out, so you are not going to get me to a party to spray money. It is too hard to make money to throw it away. Instead, I will eat $100 lunch. It is my money. And we in Nigeria, when we get to a certain age, we have to spend our money. And put it on yourself. Some people would die with money in their pocket. When last did you enjoy? So I tell my people, in Miami, I go to brunch every Sunday, $100. I'll go 3-4 people. Yes, this is my money. Let me eat part of it. If I die tomorrow, these children will go around. I had a friend that was an attorney. When the client died, the man had a lot. It was like, he said, before they read the will, all the children brought new cars. It was like, this man would die if he knew these people were riding new cars on his dime. All the children, without money, they knew there was money coming. The final ceremony, what they came for. All of them had new Cadillac, new Mercedes, new this. The girl is sitting there like, your father would turn seeing this thing here. You die, you leave your money. It's some of your money. And this thing they tell us, Nigeria, come build a house. I've been against that since I was young. I'm 60. When I was 24, I had money in Miami. I told them, if I build a house 20 years ago, can I live in that house today? The house will probably be like Jegunle, some little shack, because you struggle to build that little house. Then when you build that house, the people that are managing the house, when you go there to take it, you have started a new war. You are going with a babalao or a reverend, with a church pastor to work with you every day to bless you. You know, Nigeria, we go to church. A pastor has to go with you to bless you every day because your family member is going to kill you for that house. The house has no value. Why did you start it? So when I tell people, don't leave that house thing alone. If I go to Nigeria now, of course I can afford a $1,000 a week room. This is where I am today. Not to go and the house I built 20 years ago is in a 2-bedroom. No. I have friends that are fighting to collect. Now, Lagos State, They go to court on you now. Tenant will owe you money for 5 years. You got to go to court to remove them. And how much is the money? Nonsense. So it's a lot of things we need to correct, and nobody talks about it. Instead, everybody is telling you to come and build. Come and build, come and build. Okay, for who? Your children are in America. You go there 2 times a year. For what? Then Nigerians, the other thing we do that drives us crazy and we don't want to correct, people from Nigeria especially. I had a friend, he's doing well. He has a girlfriend here. He called me, he wants to marry her. I said, Yinka, how many times do you come here? 3 times a year. It's a young Jamaican. The guy drives a Honda, so that means you bought the car. Your apartment is good. You are paying the rent. So are you telling me the rent is about $1,500 a month? That's $18,000 a month, a year. You have bought a $20,000 car, 38. You are going to throw out $500 a month. You are so $50,000 a month for something you eat 3 times. You are sick. You know, then it is not love. It is madness. He has a wife in Nigeria. So how do you explain that? This whole thing came up. When it comes to my office, there's champagne, there's wine, there's champagne always in my office. So it was the girl's birthday, so Yinka was going to take us. The girl has picked one high-end restaurant. Okay. It was about 10 of us. He spent $6,000. Because the girl doesn't know champagne, which we buy the regular champagne in my office. When at that dinner, we were breaking the champagne at 180. And Yinka didn't want to look bad when I was there. Baba, no, I'm not worried. 4 bottles. We are drinking, I give 2. Then we want to eat crab soup. You know crab soup is so little. Obe, give us 4 of that. The steak, high-end restaurant, the steaks are so small. No, this one, make it 3. So we just ate there. I'm just sitting there like, okay, it's your money. Oh, you have to enjoy your money. But that was one night about 6,000. Who knows how much he gave her for birthday? He came back to it. That was several months ago. No, he's a public speaker. He's rich. He has a convention center in Ibadan. His 60th birthday, Ebenezer played, Sonny played. So that's kind of money. He came 3 weeks ago. He came with a new girl. I said, Baba, give me chop knuckle. See, you can do this and get away. This will cost you $500. Go. Don't kill yourself. But when you bring a Jamaican, you want to invest in something that's not here. The next thing is, can you find her something to do? I said, no, it won't be from me. Now you are trying to invest a long money on something you don't need. You might as well call and tell her, where's your boyfriend? Write the boyfriend a check. Because that's what you are doing. The moment you leave, because the girl will tell, look, some man is paying my house. It happens all the time. There was one incident. I had some friends. Those days when everybody owned the bank. Uncle P and Dakbo, they owned a bank. Coming to the airport, they had $100,000 in traveler's checks unsigned. They held Peter at the airport for about 6 hours. They are telling him, he said, no, I own a bank. That pissed them off at custom. What do you mean you own a bank? The language of, I'm a chairman, I'm a director. You are telling them I own a bank. No, you cannot just carry money in the bank. They held him for 6 hours. It was the next morning, at night, overnight. Next morning, they had to call Central Bank to verify the travelers check that volume before they release him. Then when they get to Miami, I was in Atlanta. When they get to Atlanta, we were like, okay, Uncle P, okay, so what's the arrangement? Okay, they have booked hotel. The first they told me, don't bring any woman, we've got plenty. I live here. These girls, about 4 of them have cooked. In that room, like 2 suites, open the door together, travelers check sitting here. This one will come, Uncle P, Uh, Mister, I don't only drink champagne. We don't have champagne here. Take money there. They get pills too. Go and bring one bottle. Uncle P, we are out of soda. Pills money. At the end of the event, they were here for a week. Okay, we were drinking, we were eating every day. When they left, so these guys came to me. I said, no, me, I'm not like Uncle Pio. I live here. I don't. I live here. I won't do it. I won't go there. Don't even approach it. But they came all kind of ways. They will bring the soup. You don't. I said, no, don't leave me. I'm safe. So this is Nigeria. Uncle P is Nigeria now, but he's still okay. But if he had invested well, at that time, we were discussing opening a fabric plant because I was in fabric then. He didn't do it. They owned the bank. Those days you can tell your manager, write a loan for this person. Well, we actually went to all the big fabric stores that we had meetings with them. If you produce this at this price, we will take it. They got to Nigeria, nothing. Every time he called me, my girlfriend's having a party in Washington. He won't come. So is there now? I don't know how far his money is, but it's okay because he has some properties, but he's no longer in the banking. The government sees the bank. This is Nigeria. So, in short, I will tell everybody, do your homework. Take your time. There is no rush in doing any business. Quality control, you can bring everything you want to bring. If it doesn't meet American standard, you are going to lose your head. America will not pay you. We are always in a rush. So take your time, do your homework, take your time. Quality, quality, quality. Don't rush into it. Then you got to find where the merchandise is. It's not like, if you want to bring peanut, find what state produce the largest quantity. Thank you. Pastor Tunde, thank you for bringing me.
Okay, I think we're going to take a break at this time. I hope you are gaining something from the discussion. After we come back from break, what we're going to do is going to be questions and answers. So if you have any question concerning anything, any idea, I think we'll take it at that time. Hopefully, we'll be able to get answer and direction. So I think we'll just take about 15 minutes break because we started late, so we are running behind schedule. So we'll take about 15 minutes break, and then we come back. Okay, thank you.
One, two. One, two. Mic test. 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic test. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Mic test. 1, 2. Just put it.
So, hello?
No, it's not on yet. I muted it in the house. So it's
So,
not on there.
so when I just hold it, okay, put it on the
Yeah, you
table?
can just put it in your pocket.
Okay.
You can put it inside. Yeah.
I'm glad everybody's happy. Most people are happy. Young companies just sit at home and collect money. They don't need to get there with you. You have a plan. They let you. Now, but the current government.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, welcome back. Let's do how's cleaning before we commence. I think for the evening program, there will be a babysitting facility. So for those of us who may have concern, where would that be now? Okay, this babysitting arrangement is going to start by 7:30, so you can drop your kids at the church. When okay, 7:30 to the end of the program. Okay, so I want to once again thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful presentation. I mean, it's a whole volume of words that have been spoken. You know, every time I think I did mention it. You know, that each time I get to listen to you, I cannot but just amazed. You know, and I want to say one thing that I'm really, these are moments that make me proud to be a Nigerian, basically. And to actually, is a sort of a challenge that, you know, it doesn't really, you know, the possibility here is within each and every person's reach, basically, you know. And I mean, seeing what you have had to go through to be where you are today, we cannot but just thank God and be proud of what has been done. And you know, what I also really appreciate about you is the fact that you are open about and you are willing to actually share out of your knowledge to be there to assist, you know. Maybe just a background just to let you know how I think, you know, I mean, this is the second time I'm meeting him. For someone I've spoken so much about, you would think I've known him all my years. No, this is the second time. You know, and it was, as a matter of fact, the person that he spoke about share border coming in from Nigeria, and I just got an information that, as a matter of fact, the shipping Dr. Odubaku's container is on the waters coming over here. It's actually through Dr. Odubatu that we get to. We're trying to actually, my sister is trying to actually do, just to give you a background information so that you actually appreciate, you know, what we are witnessing basically at a moment like this and what information, you know, can do in people's life. Information is power. If you don't have information, you may not be able to take the right decision. And if without the right decision, we can just, 40 years journey. You can 3 days journey can take you 40 years. You know, before we came to Georgia on that day, we went to Virginia, trying to do research concerning the business, you know, she was going to get into, you know. Initially, we started, you know, trying to locate the business here in Greensboro for convenience sake, and I said, no, let's try and really do, you know, let's go to across the board and let's see what is available. So we went to Virginia, we asked for information, we gathered information, and when we got there, you know, we look at it, okay, well, I think if we go to, there are so many things we are going to offer in Virginia. And we said, okay, let's if we go site it in Nigeria, in Virginia, I think I'm assured to between Greensboro and Virginia to actually take care of the concern there. So, but we are determined, okay, well, since we have plots where we are going to go, Georgia is another site that we're thinking of going to locate the factory. So we went to Georgia, and we went to Georgia Tech. And the Georgia Tech, when we got to Georgia Tech, they gave us so much. I mean, just to tell you, there is so much in this country. You know, there is so much. They gave us so much information. In fact, as a matter of fact, we just walk in, just a walk in, as if you walk into a doctor. You know, you just walk in, and it's as if we have booked appointment. And the lady came, they took us to a conference room, and they gave us so much to do. They gave us information. You go to this person, they'll be able to help you. And when we left that office, oh yes, my niece and my sister said, okay, well, Georgia it is. We are coming to Georgia. We were bringing the business to Georgia. I said, okay, well, no problem. That is fine. But, say, well, my sister said, should we go? And I said, well, let's just go. I want to get all the information. You never can tell. I said, the way it is, everywhere we go, it's as if that is the place we should be. So we now got to his office. So when we got to his office, and the moment we walk in there, it was obvious the decision we have to take, because by the time he analyzed everything, what we need to do to even get into the market, which is practical anyway, that we'll have to be losing money for the next 6 months to actually even get into the market. You have to pay to get a foothold. And by the time he analyzed, and as he was speaking, I was looking at his office. I was observing everything, and I saw that, I can see somebody who is in charge of what he does at a minimal energy. I see monitors all around, and I know he was watching what was going on in the factory. And I saw a blackboard. You have a war zone there. And he charted everything there, all the stores that is in control. As he was speaking, I was matching it with what was there. So I was really, really, really impressed. And then as we were going, I think that was the last bit of information that I gathered. As we were going, and then I said, well, as a matter of fact, I'm trying to sell this, and the next thing I want to do is I want to start selling meat pie. And that really got my attention when he mentioned I will be selling meat pie. And I said, you'll be selling meat pie, how do you want to do it? He said, well, he explained, it's just encyclopedia. He explained what he wants to do, how he's going to get the entry strategy. It's not only, exit strategy, but entry strategy. And I thought it makes sense. And I said, you know what? But, as a matter of fact, it's my sister that told him, said, yes, his daughter makes a very good meat pie. I said, well, don't worry, I'll make sure that he's going to come to, Greensboro to actually come and talk to us about what it takes to actually, to get into American business, basically. Somebody, because it's as if, because each time I go to Walmart, I always look at what does it take to actually, get a product into Walmart, basically, so meeting him has been a really blessing. And I hope, even as I've been blessed, you all have been blessed. And even this, I've said you should prepare your question, and I hope you have questions. And I'm pretty sure by the Spirit of God, you'll be able to any question. Once again, bring, but nevertheless, Ido. And what we're going to do is our plus 2 o'clock. Not wasting too much. Who is going to question?
Into what my company. We've been
Valentine's Day, you will do your 100,000 in 2 days. Mother's Day, maybe 20,000 in 1 day. The rest of the year, 150, 250. So I closed it. The T-shirt, when it's slow, I closed it. So before you tell me, that business, I was losing money, I closed. It ends there. People, there won't be any gossip, so you cannot discuss it. So I've lost several.
Yes, sir. Someone asked me this question, a beginner, what will he do to be able to bring in foodstuffs into America, like spice, honey, bitter cola, a beginner? Now, what are the things he should put into consideration and the requirements here?
What that is, because so a local, I bring the shea butter, I will take the yellow and everything in here. Don't deal with the Nigerian water if you leave it. When it gets there, it's a product. So changing.
close-up question. There are number don't not be
No market. Everybody they see shea butter in that volume. I do 10 containers a month. 15 of when you live here. I told him at the beginning, I said, well, my brother, let Nigeria do their water. I say, no, I trust these people. By the time he sent his share border last month, it has cost him 39,000. And I'm going to pay him 18 if the share border is good. So he is already dead before he got here. So we are hoping the share border is good because it's here. They just loading boxes. They just send me a picture of boxes. Okay. When it comes to Houston, you fly here and look at it. 9 out of 10 times I know it's bad because I know something from that branch. So he's probably going to end up selling for 10 cents because he lives here. I'm not going to take his loss.
Thank you, sir, for all the information you've given to us. I think you've touched on this before, and I apologize for kind of taking you back. You had mentioned that there's no need, if you want to start a business, you don't have to go to the bank for loan. Say, for example, a person like me, I want to do business, and I don't have the money. And you don't have uncles nor aunts to get loan from them. And then I don't have to go to the bank. What is the concrete advice that you would give to me to begin that business if I don't have to go and get loans from the bank?
It's not like you don't. The initial 25, I put it there that you are going to need at least 20 of your own. That's all you are going to need. Everybody can raise 20. Because with that, you find a partner in Nigeria. When they send it to you, if you have the right market, because if you have, I don't know how you can have a market without selling. I can tell you I have a market because I'm doing it. So if you can preach how I say that, okay, look, I have the market, the stores will take from you. They will hand you the merchandise on credit, which is like a loan. I told you I have about 19 containers at average 40, 30,000, some 18,000. That is like $500,000, like it's a $500,000 having loan with no interest and payable when able. Because your share border, look, I have too many share borders, stand in line. I need 2 months. As long as you are willing to pay them, everybody will work with you. So if you go and carry money in the bank, you are taking it to go and pay share border. Why don't you save your time, save the headache in the bank, collect the share border? It's a loan. Because there are a lot of people with a lot of products in Nigeria begging for market, and you are in the US. But you have to be able to show them that, look, I can sell it. Everybody will hand it to you on credit. When I approach Canada, the first thing is I have zero, I'll give you credit terms. We'll give you terms, 30 days. I will send to you, wait 30 days because I need your market. The same thing applies to Nigeria. They want the market, the ball is in your court. Send it here, or your brother can say, look, that's my sister, he will not rob you. Or your high school friend, go and talk to them. Your best friend will do your job for you. Send it to her, she will sell it and pay you back. And when you promise that 30 days, yes, most businesses can afford that 30 days. If you still collect your money in 45 days, they are happy with you. Because you are hoping, I hope it doesn't repeat. Then the money starts coming, we have a business. Then you will get to a point where you will start to pick who you want to do business with. At my level, when I started to, okay, take, now, if you don't have 50 million, I will not do business with you. Because I'm looking for deep pocket now. Because stuff I want to do big. Because I'm looking, okay, this person I'll tell, okay, we'll start with 1 container. Next month, give me 50 containers. I have people that are coming there that, look, I have 40 million to put on the table. He used to own an airline. When Buhari came in, somebody railroaded him, the airline shut down. This boy was telling me at one point he had 4 billion in his account, but it's people's money. So he has his own money, maybe up to 400 million. He was telling me, I'll put up to 50 million. Because I see you are in Walmart, that alone, I'll put 50. How do you want us to start? So he's starting his own line. So people like that, you can explain to them that, okay, we don't want to make money the first year. He will understand. Let's flood the market. Perishable is easy to control market. If I bring shea butter now, if I bring 50 containers, I will flood the whole US at 10 cents over cost. I'll tell Nigeria, don't make profit this year. We are going to run everybody out. Anybody will share, but if you don't sell in 6 months, It's no good. Nobody wants it. When we run them out, we start to go up on the price. He will start to collect it. So when you are a seasoned investor, you don't need the money the first year. If they know your track is safe, they will leave you all the merchandise, especially paying in Nigeria too. So you will get that first 20-foot container, they will hand it to you. But somebody got to assure them that you are safe here.
How does the exchange rate?
The exchange rate is not going to affect. It's just when everything goes up in Nigeria, they say it goes up. If nobody buys it, they are going to give it away. You are not in a rush to buy, and you buy against season. If the price go up in Ghana too, we will go up here because it's a commodity. If it doesn't go up in Ghana, it's your loss. But remember, this thing, there are people with acres of land. It grows wild. What Nigerians are not taking advantage of is you can go and lease a farm that has shea butter, because some people have 300 acres. Somewhere wild. Shea butter seeds fall. If you lease the land, you collect it against season and start to sell it. But everybody wants to stay in the city and do shea butter. You can't be a farmer in the city. So the people that collect the shea butter are all these people coming up with that nonsense. What does you keep picking something from a backyard? Now dollar went up, your price has not gone up. Then they'll tell you, Ghana buy from us. If Ghana buy from you, why are they selling it cheaper? So people have to go and take advantage of those wild land, just everything, pluck it, pay the man the rent. The man has not seen a dime on that whole vast land. And there's a lot of acres like that in Nigeria. You lease, you pluck, sell against season. You don't even need to make it anymore. Sell to a factory. You just sit there and manage.
But then, again, maybe to broaden the discussion, right? For those small-scale businesses in Nigeria the local farmers who are not selling in the big stocks, how are they able to, you don't get involved in them, apparently not, or you just deal with high-volume sellers?
Okay, see, the problem with Nigeria is you don't want to go get into their fight. You know, Nigerians are used to several tricks. You go here, they see you coming as an American. But if you have a partner, you are talking to the owner of the farm, like, okay, look, I will buy everything you bring. You cannot make it fast enough. The man will come to common sense. But when you send your driver, the driver told the man, look, we got to get money. We add 10 cents. They come down and die. Nobody, we can't take it. The man knows if you are making it, they are taking everything. He's going to go down to his last dollar. There's some people that buy shea butter from in the U.S. When you call me for shea butter, I have shea butter from Ghana. How much? $1.50. I say, no, try 80 cents. If you bring for 80, I'll give you cash. They bring for 80 cents, I'll write them a check. Go cash your money. 80 cents is the price in Africa. I'll buy it here. Then they're happy to tell me, can I bring you more? So when you get to the real farmers, most people have not gone into, they are still dealing with the small housewives that are going to buy the seed from somebody. You need to cut the middleman out. Business is 3 ways. It's either you are the manufacturer or the producer. Produce seed. The salesman, the middleman, or the broker. Find the market, bring the product, make your 5 cents, bring it to me. I am the US, I control the market. Or I'm the last, and I'm the retailer or the distributor. So if you hold any of those ends, you are going to make your money and be safe. A salesman, a middleman, if you go to every football games, 90% of the seats are bought by salespeople. One of the trucking companies I use, Saya, if I want to go to basketball, they give me hard-court floor seats, $900 a seat. I get any game I want to. My ex-girlfriend, they're in the shipping. The owner buys baseball, basketball, football, all season ticket floor seats. So all their clients, oh, you are coming to town, they take you to the game, you're on the floor seat, $900. It's no problem. You buy the seat, 20,000. Your customer comes, they talk about it. I'm talking about it now. Everybody going, oh, that man gave me that floor seat. So a salesman, they make your 5%, you are safe. The producer, salesman with the producer, you meet the end person, the business will go fine. Because the salesman knows he's living on 3%, 2%. The farmer makes 10%. He is safe. You here, you make 15%. So if you take any of those ways, you don't need money. Because here, you bring it here, I don't pay you up front. The man has made it. It doesn't need money.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for this program. It's very enlightening to most of us. And my question is, how do you are already in America? You have your formula for your products. And how do you go about connecting to a business or somebody to be your partner or to work with you for that formula you have? You were using it as a product. You were distributing it at home, but you have the product here, already here with you in America. How do you go about it?
Okay, if you have a product in Nigeria that wants American market, then I become the broker.
You?
Yes, because if it's a finished product, if the label is good, I will tell you, all I'm asking you is add my company name as the distributor in the US.
Okay.
I want 10% of your market. Okay. I will walk straight to where my product is. They are going to let it in. Then if the product is strong enough, like there's a company called Dudu Osun.
Do what?
Dudu Osun. Black soap.
Black soap.
Okay, that company is huge in Nigeria. I actually approached them to help to distribute their product. They won't even answer my call. The man, he has a lot of money. So there's another pair. We are going to a different angle now. We are making an offer for purchase. Because I have people that will put the money down. So I'm telling them, offer him $20 million. If he wants it in Naira, we'll give him $30 million equivalent. But I know if he's not going to sell, we will take 51% for that $20 million. Because I have people that will put money on anything I want in Nigeria. So that 20 million, I know people that buy that man's soap here, 3 people spend 1 million in 4 months. So if I have control of that company, I can scale it. Because he's in America on small level. He's a very rich man. That I must admit. He's very, very, very. If he doesn't make money in Nigeria, it is 20 million a year, take home, dollars. So we don't know if we have any people that can evaluate him properly. That's why we throw that 20, 30 million up. If he accepts, we take. If he doesn't want it for the whole company, if he wants to give me 51% for 20 million, we will stay by.
All right, sir. I think we can sit down and discuss this. We are not going to handle you the formula. We will discuss how to go about it then. You give us...
What do you mean the formula?
The formula asks for detergent, baby soap, baby powder, Vaseline.
Oh, no. See,
Freezer.
okay, if you are talking about the raw material, we don't...
It's not raw material. We just have the formula. But we
Is it a finished product?
Is it a finished product? I'm going to be a billionaire.
Please, what we are saying is that chain lubricant is it affiliated to your business?
Who?
Chain lubricants. That is factory chain lubricants. For conveyor belts.
Okay, say it again.
For the brewery, is the brewery that is making use of it. That is industrial detergent.
Okay, here in Nigeria or here?
In Nigeria. It's a finished product. If we send you a
What does it do?
I said it's a chain lubricant. For chain lubricant.
Oh, chain lubricant.
Yeah, for the brewery use, that is what is moving the bottles in the line.
All right, is it the natural form?
Yeah. It's manufactured in Nigeria, we will send you a sample of it if it is marketable here.
Okay, this is what you have to look at first. There's nothing that's not marketable. For lubricants like that, everything that's formulated or machine made, China have you down. You have to make sure I can beat China. The only other way for you to come in is if it's a natural formula. People will pay extra because now they can use, oh, our machines are cleaned by chemical-free product. That is the only other edge. But you got to see, before you waste time sending it, check with China. How much is it China? What's the price point from China? Because anything machine made or computer formulates, China will kill you to it. So if it's a natural effect.
It's a natural one. It's a natural.
No, okay. Is everything in there natural?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
It's a natural. It's a natural formulation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bring it. And there's some in the Whole Foods already. But bring it. Let's see it. And how is it packed? Bring the sample. Let's see.
Okay.
So we wouldn't need your formula. We don't need your. We are just going to test it here. We see your. They are going to test it here because you are going to put your composition at the back of it. See, what Nigerians worry about is so minute. For me to go and copy you, I got to buy formulation. No. I have my own money. I just want to make my 5% on your product or 10%. So Nigeria is coming thinking somebody wants to copy you. When people are in America, copying you is a job. You got to go set up a factory. Which time? I would rather let you do the daily job. It's just like shea butter. I know where shea butter is. But guess what? We're not part of Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. I speak Yoruba well. Calabar, I can get to the dirty, but hold that side for yourself. So send me sample. Huh? I have a partner, but I'm the face.
So if I need to partner you, right?
See, if it's a product that's finished in Nigeria, I'm not going to be your partner. I'm just distributing for you. So your name is just going to be at my name is just going to be at the bottom, because when I'm spending money to promote you, they will see my number to call me in the US. Yeah.
Okay, sir, I have another question. You mentioned partially coconut, and I want to know if you can be of help. I have supply of coconut oil, and I want to ask you, are you familiar with coconut powder or the flour? If you are, can you be of help to me in that regard?
Okay. Coconut oil, there's a big market. Coconut powder, there's a big market. The question is, you cannot have a middleman. If you have a middleman in the middle that drives your price up, you are going to build a market for nobody. Because what happens there, if I take your coconut now, let's say $3 a pound, $2 a pound, the moment they see it in the stores, somebody approached me and I can bring you this thing for 50 cents. I'm taking it. So that means when you are going to anything, you got to get to the bottom, you got to get to the source. If you are making 25%, it is not attractive to outsiders. If there's a middleman, by the time you bring it to me, the price go up, I will buy it, but when somebody come and offer half the price, believe me, this is business. I'm just going to nicely tell you, don't supply no more. So make sure it's from the bottom, then we can work.
Hi, my question goes back to the issue of having a mentor. Earlier you said because I guess you never had a mentor. You made certain mistakes, and you feel like if you had had a mentor, it would not, certain mistakes wouldn't have been made. So I want to know, how did you finally get to find a mentor, and how did you go about?
No, that's why it cost me so much money and so many years. Because if I had a mentor, what I'm doing now, I would have done 30 years ago. A mentor is somebody you can just call. They tell you don't waste your time. It's just like when I was doing shoes. If somebody have told me, when somebody tell me about, say, shoes, don't ever touch it. You bring size 10. The person with the money wants size 9. Or they have, you have their size, they want black, you have brown. Where do you start from? Then they want it in this color, in this leather. When we bring this brown crocodile, they want a black alligator. So you are going to spread so thin, it won't exist. If somebody had told me that one line, I would have left the market. I learned later. When you bring all size 10s, this person with a lot of money, size 14, it will pay you 4 times for the money. Then you are watching a way that, damn, I'll give you twice the money. I'm about to lose this market now. You can't help it. Then you are walking around with what people don't want. So some things, a mentor will tell you, don't waste your time. It's not just telling you don't waste your time, they give you an example. By the time they give you 1, 2 examples, you sleep better at night.
So it's not necessarily that your mentor has to be in, from what I'm getting from you, it's not necessary that your mentor has to be in the line of service or in the line, just as long as you have someone that can give you good advice.
That's it.
Okay.
It's not just advice of telling you work hard at what you're doing. It's not working hard. It's working smart. Someone that can explain where you are going. Most of the time, when you've been around for a minute, you can pretty much see a lot of things across. So it's just somebody to advise you, really.
Yeah, I was just waiting to ask question in line with the question she asked. Now, we know that as we are here now, you have said much things to us, but it's really impossible for us to absorb all that you said now. I'm not asking, is there any room to come under your umbrella? Yes, I mean to like. Oh well. Okay, yes, he's very big, so he's on his canopy now. Some people are still umbrellas. So, is there any room for one to come in? Because you know that definitely what is holding many young men, I mean, many of us is just because we don't have the information. We don't have the way without to start going into doing certain things that are great. So, yeah, everybody's same. So, I'm not saying, is there any way you could help in that respect? Thank you.
Yes and no. The no is that I'm not going to bring it to my company. No. Yes, you have ideas. Most times, for people from Nigeria, I do it for free. If I'm talking to a white audience, I get 5,000 for 30 minutes and 30 minutes follow-up. Because I can get you from the bush to the store. I'm just telling you what to do. It's up to you to qualify. If I tell you how to get into Walmart, okay, go bring it from the village, ship it here, go to the shows, distributor will talk to you. That's on you. I'm going to collect my money to guide you. You have saved a lifetime. You don't get into the store, but they will tell you know why you didn't get it. It's not like you have followed the same system. It works every time. So why people pay us real money? Because when we go to seminar, what they do is they will book a room. I get 40,000, 100 people. They will get 700, 1,000 from them. I'll do 45 minutes. Then we'll give you 2 weeks on a dedicated number to call for your questions. So that 2 weeks you can ask me because people don't even know about barcode. You cannot get into America with no barcode. They don't even know how do I get a Dun & Bradstreet number? How do I get the reference back up? What do I need to do without a bank? So these things here, you are in this forum, it's no charge. But the questions, I will answer questions free, it's no problem. But if I'm in a white audience, I collect my value.
Just a quick question over here. How do you determine whether or not a business venture or a product is viable? you hear a lot of people saying they have a product, they have a business venture, but that was saying an idea is a dime a dozen. So how do you know whether or not a product or an idea is viable?
You got to look at a product that, if it's not scalable, you don't even want to touch it. If you can't scale it, don't go in. You are not going to get a venture capitalist give you money, because everything everybody's doing now is, there's too many venture capitalists with money now. Too many. A lot of 40-year-olds with 200 million. They're looking for where to put money. Everywhere, they are actually going to the shows themselves to source people out. Like the ones that came to me in Boston, one of them was a partner. He made money in technology when he was 24. So now he wants to give back to Africa. So they have money like that just to give away. Some of them, okay, give me 10% of your company. They give you the money and walk away. They know you are focused, you are going to make it happen. So a board meeting, you guys sit down, then they will find a buyer to buy you. Everybody share money, you move on, they move on. So it's so much money out there, but it has to be scalable. Because for the venture, the person that's going to buy, there's just like you guys probably know this African product, Nubian Heritage, or Shea Moisture. So it's owned by a Liberian guy, Richard, and Richard is my good friend. Richard was struggling, product is good. It was making me money, maybe 9 million 5 years ago. But 9 million, you cannot cover the whole US with 9 million. So a Swedish company came, I think they gave him 17 million. In 3 months, they are in every store in the US. The last year they did 87 million under the new umbrella. So because they see you that, okay, you are in 100 stores, we could take you to 50,000 stores. That's how the big, like a Revlon has seen you now, okay, Revlon is everywhere. So they just said, let's give him this 10 million, we are already everywhere. Okay, put him in the same truck. So there are big companies like that are buying small companies. So that's why you see the AT&T, Comcast buy these, they're all in the same market. The little area you didn't reach, they just collect it, pay for it.
And I think, for the sake of time, because we're going to end by 2, so that when we say next time program is going to start by 10, we'll ensure we start by 10. So we're going to end the program. So I think what we have now is just, we have about 12 more minutes. So given the time allotted, we just have to control it now. I think at 12 more minutes, 4 minutes per question. So we have 3 people that is going to ask questions. So if you have not asked question and you have a question, let's identify the 3 people that will ask the question, and then we'll take it off from there. Okay, you are the one that is controlling, and you actually went to pick the guest minister yesterday. You take one lot. Who else want to ask question? Okay, you have asked question before? Okay, you will ask question. No, you have asked question. Those who have not asked question before, that is it. Okay, you want to ask question. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe just there is a grace. Any other person want to ask a question? One more person. No, who has not asked question before? If you have an idea, I said everybody should have a question. Okay, Paul, that is the 4th people. So let's have the 4 questions, and then we'll round up. Thank you.
My question goes, like yesterday we were discussing in the car. Then you asked if I was going for a PhD. I said yes. You know, I said, oh, serious? I mean, I was now wondering, like, even if students were kind of going to business, at least we need some backup fund to be able to kind of go into it. So I want to seek your opinion, to students generally. Education, I know an average person in business line don't want to hear anything about education. They want everybody to kind of go to business line. But then I believe that even while you study, you can still go ahead and kind of do something for yourself in terms of business. So how will you advise us, in that line? Then my number 2 question is on sorrel. During summer, I worked on sorrel. Got some species from Jamaica, one from China, Florida, and so on. And I know we have it a lot in Nigeria. So I actually want you to expatiate a bit on sorrel, what can be used for the companies that can actually buy it if it's packaged from Nigeria and to be brought down here? Thank you.
Okay, to answer the first question, when people have too much education, they complicate business. Business is very practical. I can look at a business in 10 minutes and know it's a waste of my time. But somebody with a book is going to read the book upside down. He wants to look at your credit application. I don't need your application. So you limit the stuff because you are used to that paperwork, too much protocol. Because in this day of venture capitalists, everybody wants to listen to advice in 5 minutes and offer you more. You see, that is why Shark Tank is very popular now. They listen 10 minutes. Mark Cuban is getting paid almost shame, but he wants to be in the limelight. They make more money from what they do there. So that education is good, but limited when you are going into business. Number two, sorrel. Jamaicans have it, but Nigerians have more. Because Jamaicans have packaged it, they are not used to major competition. Like I was saying, I can package sorrel at 35 cents. Jamaicans are selling the same thing for $2. If I package at 35, I'll sell for 50 cents. I'll ask the store to sell it for 99 cents. So packaging from Nigeria, no, it has to be done here because of the quality control. And when you go into like a whole food, they have to inspect your facility if it's food product. Then traveling from Nigeria, the facility might not be clean. So you can bring the raw. The sorrel I have here is ground. I was going to do tea because they don't have it in tea. I was going to do tea and the drink with cinnamon, with ginger, all of it same time. When I launch, I'm just going to go to 5 different things of tea line. So that one, you have to bring it here, package here, and sell.
Yeah. Sir, is it possible we have your contact, basically, preferably email, sir? Then with your size of business and your schedule, do you have time for Protege?
Okay, my company is RA Cosmetics. If you type racosmetics.com, we'll show. Or if you type shea butter, I'll probably be on the first page, but I'll give my business card for $1 each. No, I'll give my business card for everybody. You can always email or text, and I'll look at every email. I read all my emails every day. It might be a few hours, but I read my emails every day.
Sir, what documents do you need to export things from Nigeria into the States?
I just need to show the ingredients, what it is. Like if it's a peanut, you just say peanut, the size, the weight, country of origin. That's it. Because most things that's coming out, they know it already. Because if it's something new, then they have to research it. But there's almost nothing new that has been exported. So customs know a lot of the new things coming in. Then when they do a random check, sometimes when you bring the fish, then you see the maggot coming out of the fish, they are going to hold that one back for inspection. So some things that are just simple label what it is, that's it. Unless the item is banned, but it will come in, and it's duty-free in the U.S.
Got 6 more minutes.
Thank you, sir, for your intervention. I'm not from Nigeria, I'm from Ivory Coast, so I speak French. But I was actually wanted to ask an email and text, but she already asked the question. So I wanted to ask, was it like when you started the business, because I'm always thinking about reselling, like most of the ideas sometimes is like I'm buying from somebody and I will try to sell it to somebody else. So what especially like push you, especially like to do something on your own instead of doing like taking from somebody and selling, just being in the middle, being a distributor?
A middleman is, I told you, is one form of business. Either you are the producer, the middleman / broker, or the retailer or the distributor. So the middleman always have a role. If you have the connection, you are going to get rich. Middlemen make almost more money because you can represent 10 companies at 5%. So you own 50% of a major company. You understand? You look at it that way? Let's say company A, you get 5% of what you sell in the US. You have 20 companies. That means you own a whole major company. That's why the salespeople or the middlemen are very wealthy. So if you have the connection, yes.
Unless if there is any one more question, we have 4 minutes. One more question. Yeah, since she's looking for. She has not spoken. Somebody who has not spoken.
Do you specialize only in agricultural products?
Yes, because that's where the world is moving to now, and that's where the money is. Because all those bleaching cream is outdated. You want to sell things that everybody in the household can deal with. It's easier to make more money, and everybody understand where you are coming from. And the margin is good now.
Thank you so much, sir.
I thank everybody.
We appreciate your time. I do hope that we can do this again, and sometimes, future. So, with that, I think we come to the. Okay, I will bring Dickin. He is the head of the. Is the minister in charge of the men, so they actually put this together. So I think he has the closing shot. Okay, that is for the. Okay.
Yeah.
That is the track. Okay.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Pastor, for. Men of honor, praise the Lord. Women of strength, praise the Lord. They're here to support us, and we thank them for coming. We thank our pastor for actually introducing Mr. Etefia to us, and I think we have all been blessed today. And I know that our God is not a magician. Our God is a miracle worker, but he uses his word to do the miracles in our lives. So the word that we have heard today, we're not going to be hearers alone, we should be doers of the word. So as we apply it to our lives, I know our lives will not remain the same again. Okay. And on behalf of the men of honor, we want to say we really appreciate your coming. I want to give you this token just to show our appreciation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We'll take you back safely to your family.
Amen.
In
Amen.
Jesus' name.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, well, I think that brings the session to a close. I know that because of time, and then you still have to eat. He has to eat. So, I know that quite a number of people would like to come, but he's going to the airport. But I think, what we can do, let me just see. Let's if you want to see him, you can wait, but he's going to have his lunch now. After his lunch, then you can have a conversation with him. You can speak, you can put your name down with Brashola, and then after that, after he's had his lunch, then you can answer a private question that you may have. Thank you so much.